Cancel.
Schweezy.
Oh, this next one's good. Oh, man. When watching the show called Family by the Ton. And it's on TLC. I've been watching it on Discovery Plus, which I'm telling you, folks, for most people, like, I'm thinking about, like, the market of streaming services today. And honestly, I think about, like, what content do they have, price, et cetera, et cetera. Netflix has always been good. They were the beginners on this, so they always have it, and they make pretty good original stuff, too. They have their faults, but we can continue to move on from there on whatever faults they have. Hulu, Hulu used to not be worth it, but I think they've worked their way back up in some stuff. And then we got the new guys. We got, HBO Max. Like, they have Warner Brothers. They got, like Friends, South Park. They got a lot of good stuff on there. So, they really set themselves in the world. Disney Plus, they have the entire Disney catalog, which is already fine. And they also have, Disney. When I say Disney catalog, I'm going to go with also they added Fox. So that's a big catalog. But let's not forget, Disney owns Star Wars. They own Marvel. They own National Geographic. You could see some African tribe titties. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying that's the countries that you see some tits hanging out when you were a kid. I was still a kid. I grew up with the internet, but, when I was a kid, though, it wasn't always easy, and it was a shared computer, and there was a time before incognito mode, folks, so you had to be careful with how you watched porn. Why is the internet history scrubbed? I don't know. Oh, growing up Christian. We could do fucking gazillion episodes on that. But, yeah, no, so Disney Plus has good ones. Those are really the ones, like, you need. Peacock has some good stuff on it. Paramount Plus has some decent stuff on it. I don't know how long they'll last, though. TBH, that's short for, to be honest, for all the boomers out there who, for some reason, listen to this show. But then Discovery Plus comes in to the picture. Now, what does Discovery Plus have that the other streaming services don't? I'll tell you right now. They got TLC content, which signed me up. There was the longest time I was like, I guess I'm still paying for cable. I'm like, if you could just give me everything TLC has ever made into a streaming service, I will pay for that. And I am so happy I do ad-free episodes, folks. Like, you don't understand how great ad-free is. They have that. They have, obviously, Discovery Channel, which, if you actually want to learn, they may have some content for you. History Channel. You're not going to learn. You're going to learn stuff, just not anything important. Like ancient fucking aliens. Is it possible for aliens? Is it possible that aliens created Viagra? It's ancient. Was it ancient alien scientists have come here today? And that show is always like they will have like a topic. They'll get like one or two credible sources on it, but not relating to like aliens or anything, just like, so yeah, pyramids exist, and that's the credible source. And then they get a couple people who just wrote books, and I'm gonna be honest with you, anyone can write a book. My friend Josh Casey wrote a book called Tracking Desire, A Journey After Swallowtail Kites, about birds, I think. I don't know, I don't really read books, I listen to audiobooks, and the reason he doesn't have an audiobook is because I'm in charge of that shit. So yeah, I did read a little bit of it. I got through it, but it's also like, I don't have the attention span for books. I have to, like, the audiobooks are just my way. I just can't do that shit. Anyways, though, back to Discovery Plus. So they have that. They have Food Network, which I've learned Food Network is for two different people. People who like to cook, and then fat-ass people like me. Because I can watch diners, drive-ins, and dives and just be like, damn, this is something fat about that. And then I also learned that, like, women who have, like, eating disorders like that stuff, and, like mukbang type content, like where they eat a ton, because apparently it helps them satisfy, like, the food they need, which is sad. I don't think eating disorders are fun to joke about, folks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think there's a lot more women celebrities out there, I would say, who probably have eating disorders that you don't know about. Because you see women who are like super thin, and like, I have to imagine, like, you probably have an eating disorder. I can't imagine you don't have an eating disorder. I'm not saying I'm trying to make someone laugh when I say that. I'm just saying it happens. I'm just saying, I see a woman, I'm like, you probably have an eating disorder. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's a conversation I had with my dad. It's like, I think women really like Panera Bread because they can spend the amount of money on a full meal and still be hungry afterwards or something like that. That's a little dark thing. Anyways, though, back to Discovery Plus. So it has all, like, you know, there's normal shows that people watch, like, you know, who are mentally healthy. I watch a lot of those shows too, but they're not as fun to talk about on a podcast. But Family by the Ton. Holy shit, folks. Family by the Ton is a masterpiece. And basically, I'll talk more of it later, but this is the TikTok I found that got me into the show. So I'll play it now.
My mans sent me this video, and I kid you not, this got to be the fattest family I've ever seen in my life. First off, look at his fit. He got the PBS 13 Author starter pack, right? Then look at his body. So if they ever put on the cha-cha slide and they said, hands on your knees, he can't, because his stomach is occupying the area. This man look like he's melting. Are there any bones in his body? I've never seen a fat man make a fat lady look skinny. So this is ridiculous. They ordered 10 boxes of pizza. What are you ordering pizza for? So this gotta be some form of attempted suicide. Like, where is the government when you need them? They need to regulate big people from buying this kind of food because they killing themselves. This is ridiculous. Look at the rest of the family. Heavy, rotund, just humongous. Son. They pulling up to the crib right now. Look at him when he walk. He look like he's storing bags of groceries inside his sweatpants. This is ridiculous. What size shirt is that? So that gotta be a king size bed sheet. Wait a minute. They just came in the crib with 5 boxes of pizza, but they left the pizza store with 10 boxes. Wait, these motherfuckers ate 5 boxes of pizza on the way to eat dinner. This is ridiculous. And to make matters worse, he eating again. Oh my lord. Big Orange, Syracuse University over there, and this huge lady is bedridden. This other lady in the black, I know they had to reinforce the foundation when they made this house for these big people, son. Then over here, this lady eating a salad. Thank God somebody trying to eat healthy. What is going on at the bottom of homeboy pants? It done split open. What is going on? Just look at the size of this one dude. Yo, they got nothing but big mamas and daddies in this house. This man's kneecaps are completely covered by his stomach. The only one who looks like they in shape is Megamind in the middle right there. The little kid look like he's well on his way as well. And nobody explained what's going on at the bottom of this man's sweatpants. Is that his nuts? Is that his stomach? Is that his navel? What's going on? I'm gaining calories just watching this joint, son. I feel bad for the chairs. If you put a mic next to the chairs, I'm sure you can hear the shit screaming, son. They brought life to the furniture. This is ridiculous.
So I'm telling you, that already, just that TikTok, I'm like, I'm into this shit. This is what I like.
And I really like that.
But I don't know why shows about fat people entertain me so much, folks. I wish I could tell you, but I don't. That being said, though, yeah, let me just talk about it a little bit more. So, I guess we're going the first season first. I just finished the second season, which they did a different family in the second season. So, the main premise of the show is, like, it's just, instead of My 600 Pound Life, which follows, like, one person's, who's fat over an entire year and see if they can get gastric bypass surgery, and then they get it, and then you see them lose weight from there. This show is just about it's a family of fat people because obesity runs in the family, which is a funny sentence because no one runs in those families. So, yeah, we start off with one family. So you got 2 different fat people. Well, I guess 4 of them got the weight loss surgery. Like, the first one was, like, one of their Mama Beverly, I think. She got the surgery, and then inspired the rest of the family. Like, maybe we can get gastric bypass surgery too. Same doctor too. They all have the same doctor. That doctor is lining his goddamn fucking pockets with these fat families. Drew is the crazy fat. He was the one who ordered 10 pizzas, and they showed up with 5 to that potluck. That's real in the episode, and then no one's gonna talk about his ripped pants. Like, no one brought it up. Like, Drew, your pants are ripped. But Drew's also my favorite. It's just, it's great. And then you got Chitaka. She's bedbound. Which, when I think about like someone who's bedbound because of obesity, you have to think there was a day where that person decided, you know what? I'm done walking.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And that's it. Like, what happened that day? I want to know. Was it just like a really bad day? You know what? I'm done being mobile. I'm just done. So yeah, but eventually, I don't know. I get that. Like, to me, it was like, man, walking's getting a lot harder. Some people are like, maybe I should fix this problem. Other people are like, I'm just gonna stop walking. And then, the people in the show, they're always like, the gastric bypass surgery might kill me. I'm like, well, you're going to die anyways from your obesity. So it's kind of like, well, do I want to die from being fat, or do I want to die trying not to be fat? And it's a more noble death if you die trying not to be fat, folks. I'm telling you this. If you're morbidly obese and you're worried about gastric bypass surgery killing you, that's the least of your concerns. You got a lot more problems than the gastric bypass surgery. There may be some complications, but as long as you go to the hospital immediately, you'll be fine, folks. Most of the time, you'll be fine. The only complications is like if you have like a heart attack during surgery, which they try to make sure that they can approve you for surgery coming in. So that's kind of the thing. And at the end of it, they do like a showcase, like, this is what I look like now that I got surgery and actually tried to eat correctly. And so the first family, it was a little bit more wholesome, and they really do. It is a little wholesome. Second season, however, is white trash people, which is my shit right there. And it's to me, it was a lot funnier. The family's called the Kings. Now, y'all know me as a king, and we're different kinds of kings, folks. I hope that's not. I'm gonna tell you. So they go through 2 women and then 2 men on the show. Now, the women are too normal for me to talk about, so I'm not going to talk about them because they do just fine. So the best character on this season is Casey. Now, Casey is around 700 pounds, and he's kind of, if I could describe how he looks like the exact image of what you think of when you think of like a moderator on a subreddit or like a Discord server. He does that. He also plays Xbox nude because he lives in Georgia and he says it's too hot, and so he just plays Xbox in the nude, yelling on his, he has the headphones attached to his Xbox, and he's just yelling the whole time, which is fun. You also meet Ed, who is also fat. He was a firefighter, and he had to stop being a firefighter because he got too fat. Everyone in the season is mobile, which is unfortunate. Why am I saying it unfortunate for me? Which is good for them. Obviously have knee issues and shit like that. But Ed feels the need to call Casey fat boy. He was just walking, hey, fat boy, how's it going? Hey, fat boy. And then there's like, they made a whole scene about like, oh, hey, you shouldn't be, hey, since we're all on a waitlist journey, can you like stop calling me that? So I guess he just calls him Tiny now, which is also pretty funny. And Casey's like the worst human being on this show. He's like, his dad's an enabler. He's like, what do you want for lunch, son? McDonald's. And he gets tons of McDonald's from his dad. And I guess it's things that should be sorted out in therapy, which they did have a therapy session. I don't know why I had to watch it, but nevertheless, they persisted and did it. But, at the end of this season, they showed off all their weight. Casey did get approved for surgery. I was like, is he going to get approved for surgery at this point? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen, folks? Is Casey going to be approved for surgery? He was. And they were all skinny by the end of the season. I think there's a couple episodes that go back to Drew and his family. I can't remember their last names. Yeah. Anyways, though, good show, folks. I would say 10 out of 10 in regards to trash TV. Hey, thank you for checking out that highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Now, I hope your brain cells don't hurt. We got more highlights available now everywhere. We also got more full episodes as well. If you want to watch a full episode of Cancel Schweezy, available now, right here, right now, available now. If you liked everything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when new highlights and episodes come up. And leave a comment, like, and stay awesome.